Morning YouTube. It's a wild day out there today, although it don't look it at the moment because we've got these trees protecting us, but I'm actually stood in the orchid house with the doors closed, and I don't know if you can hear the wind, but probably not, but yeah, it's pretty wild out there. So I thought I'd spend half an hour or so having a nosy around the orchid house, and I thought I'd take you with me. So I've put my baskets in here because this little orchid house is quite warm, so I keep them in here at night for now. So I thought, you know, we haven't looked at the African violets for a while, so I thought I'd have a little look at that. But first of all, I wanted to show you the Streptocarpus. I mean, they are doing so well. I mean, look at the size of this plant. I'll bring it out here so you can see it. That plant is huge since I repotted it, and I don't see any signs of flowers as yet on that one, but I do on one of them. Let's just get this one back without breaking the leaves, because these leaves do snap quite easily. But you can see there's one back here with flowers coming on it, and that is the very pale pink one. I think it says with yellow scented. No, it's just a very pale pink one, so I'm looking forward to seeing that flower. But they have done so much better since I repotted them in these plastic pots. So obviously they did not like the clay pots, and thinking back now, they're the same genre or family of plants as the African violets, and the African violets did not like the clay pots. So maybe the clay pots are too cold, get too cold for the roots. Who knows? I'm not that experienced enough to figure it out, but they are doing so well. That's just my what is that? That's the turn it around so I know. Hibiscus. So that's lost its leaves in the winter, and it's just reliefing now. So that's good. So let's have a closer look at the violets. Let's get up here without banging my head. So you can see they're all doing exceptionally well. They seem to really, really like this area, this little greenhouse. I mean, they're getting pretty big. Look how big that is. That's huge. Some of them have got flowers coming, and some of them haven't. This one's recently just started flowering. This is a really nice one. I really like that one because it's got the the purple with the white frilly edging. They feel quite dry at the moment, but I'm not going to water them until tomorrow. So I just like to wait that little bit extra day. That one's a bit heavier. We got this little purple one flowering, which is really, really pretty. Love that. None of them have got names. They're just a collection that I've put together. There's a flower coming in this one in here, lovely pink flower. This one up here, this one's flowers are going over now. Sorry, you can't see what I'm poking at, so I'll take those flowers off, and yep, hopefully it'll reflower, rebloom as well, keep some more coming. So down on the next shelf, just get down off my stool, this one is flowering beautifully. I love this one. Really, really like the speckled on that. I got another pink one coming here. So that's just coming up. I am watering these with a bloom fertilizer as well. So they seem to really like that. I mean, this one's just so tight in the centre. It's really, really good. I could probably do some propagation with the leaves again. The variegated one is doing all right. So, you know, they're all standing up. They're all looking really healthy. I'm really, really pleased. I just want more blooms now. This one's this one's been blooming forever. I really, really like this one with the, like, when you get up close to the flower, I don't know if you can see that, it's actually the outer edges are like a limey green and the pale pink. So yeah, so we got more flowers coming on this one. Just take that dead flower spike. You see how the flower spikes have little leaves on them? Is that a trailing one, maybe? And I'm just pulling off the traily bits? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know enough about them to, you know, make that decision. So that's all the orchids in there, all the hanging orchids for now, the baskets. I put them in there overnight. So we'll go and have a look at the succulents next. Just before we look at the succulents, I just wanted to point out the big streptos that I tidied up. You see how much they've grown? I took off a lot of leaves off those, so they've grown exceptional. And even the ones I put in these little self-watering pots are coming away nicely now. So yeah, they're doing well. So obviously hopefully this light that I've got up here, the double light and the little extra lights there, are enough to keep this this lot flowering and happy. So I'm really pleased with that little greenhouse. It's doing really well. Sorry, really well. So that's that. And then over here, this is the sunny side when it's out. This is my succulents. Now I don't have a huge collection of succulents. It's slowly growing, I must admit, and yeah, I'm really happy with them. Got this one in flower. I really like this Ecrovera back here. Can you see all the little babies coming on it around the edges? And it's got the pink tinges on it, and then it's going quite pale. Very pretty. This little cactus here is flowering, or succulent, so it's got little yellow flowers on it. What else we got flowering? Oh, this one's got a little flower on it here, a little flower spike, along with the one above. I think they are actually the same plant, although this one just seems a bit tighter than that one. This one's flowering here. It's got little pink flowers, very pretty. And then I've got, whoops, the calancho back there flowering. I got another calancho up there flowering, which is doing well. This is growing well. This is like that stuff you get at the beach, which is very much like a succulent as well, but that should flower quite well in a minute. I've got some flowers to come on this one here. It's doing well. What else we got? This one's taken off now nicely. I've got the I know Margaret recently showed her Gollum, and here's my Gollum. This is actually doubled in size since I got it last year, so really happy with that one. And it is called a Crassula. I think that's how you spell that. Crassula Gollum. So very nice plant. What else we got? We've got these little weird looking things, which is like, this is like a little aloe vera. This is like, my friend just gave me this one. It's like a stone. It's weird, but yeah, very happy with that. Very unusual. This one sent up a bit of a spike, but I did break half of it off. Good enough for me. What else we got? Oh, that one back here is flowering. This one's flowered virtually since I got it, so that's doing well. There's a flower on that one back there, which it looks like I've snapped at some point. This one here, what a friend of mine gave me, it's just got its little pink flower coming, so that's doing well. And I also had some flowers on this one here, which are doing well as well. So, and that's the little, I made that up last year, and that's doing okay. And these are all my new ones. I actually emptied out some planters that I had outside, and I didn't want to, discard the succulents, so I've planted them up in here, and they've all taken. They're all doing really well, so I'm really happy with those. So, what else we got out here? We got the geraniums, which seem to be picking up nicely now, but I've still yet to repot them, so I will look at getting the proper mix for those. And then over here, the Deces are doing alright. Some of them are rotting off, which I expected, but generally the little ones are struggling, but the bigger ones are doing fine, so I'm happy with that. And I've got my big container of amaryllis, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just the 4 out of the 5 plants. Oh no, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, don't count. So 5. I shall have 5 flowering in that pot this year. These don't seem to have any flowers on them as yet, but just because they're not coming up with the flowers right away doesn't mean to say they're not going to flower. And then I've got this one back here, which again doesn't appear to have any flowers, spikes coming, but that, you know, that's not to say they're not going to flower. So that's that. Back there is begonias. They're not doing anything. That's the tuberous begonias, so, you know, they could well be dead. I'll leave them there long enough to see what happens. Oh, and by the way, the begonia rexes. What can I say about those? They've heard me talk about if they don't pull their weight, they're going out the door. And to be honest with you, by the looks of them, they are virtually out the door soon. The others are all right. I mean, you know, this one seems to be putting up a little few shoots here and there, but not overly good. This one seems to be recovering a little bit. And did I tell you I managed to get a jewel orchid? And one of my friends, actually the same chap who gave me that little Christmas cactus out there, and also the yellow cymbidium, gave me this jewel orchid. So hopefully that, you know, it's only a cutting, hopefully it'll take. Right, so let's go and have a look at the orchids. So here we are in the orchid house. So I've had to put up a bit of shade netting on the outside, obviously not today, because, you know, it's no sun out today, but some of these plants up the top here I noticed were getting a bit of sunburnt, which, you know, I am concerned about, so obviously I've put some shade cloth in order to protect them. But, you know, some of them are doing okay, some of them are not. You know, not everything's successful. I'm sorry to say, sorry Rick if you're watching, I did have to repot them out of the river rock, some of them, and put them back into a mixture like mostly the cattleyas. They weren't doing well in river rock, so I pulled them out. I've put them back in bark, bit of river rock, bit of square lava rock, so I'm going to see how that does. But some of them, like this one, doesn't look long for this world. This one's really struggling. I don't know what's going on with it. It's getting its feeds properly. You know, this growth is looking terrible, but hey, you know, not all of them are going to be successful. The rest of them are doing okay. I'm giving them the calcium, I'm giving them the magnesium. This lot of cattleyas have perked up really well, actually. They were looking quite unwell back in the winter, but they seem to have perked up. They're quite yellow at the moment because, like I say, they were getting a lot of sun, but I've protected that now. The mounts are doing okay. I did have a couple of losses on my mounts. I just don't seem to be able to grow mounts very well. But this one seems to be growing a new one. This, I think it's Angraecum diderii. Yeah, Angraecum diderii seems to have what I've decided, and some of my friends have decided, is going to be a spike coming there. So I've got to keep my eye on that one. This one at the back looks like it's not long for this world. Yep, there you go. So I'm not getting rid of it yet. I'm leaving it there, and you know, it may recover. These are doing okay. New growths on these. This one's doing okay. I think I've lost that cattleya back there. This one's doing okay. The one there's doing okay. The Masdevillias are doing really good. One bit of exciting news, if I can get down there without getting sopping wet. This beautiful dendrobium is now going over. They've just been in the show, and yeah, they are past their best, but it's all I had in flower. So let's move this out of the way. Can you see back there? That's a spike. Let's get it out and see what it is. I don't know if I've still got the label for that one. Yes, I have. Sorry. There we go. Very happy. I've managed to bring that in spike. It's been potted in here for some time. It's got this little new growth as well, which is good. So happy with that. Very happy with that. The Succulents, I got some spikes coming on those in various places. There's one, you know, just protruding out there. There's others coming as well on those, so that's really good. I noticed that my this one flowered last year for me. It's a Epicat Dora, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a spike coming there. Happy about that. This Dendrobium's still going, still looking pretty. Very pleased with that one. This one's just about gone over now. As the flowers are fading, I am sort of pinching them off, so it just looks a bit tidier. Epidendrum, the red epidendrum, great, doing well. And I've noticed, can you see? 1, 2, 3 spikes on this one. Don't know what it is. It's going to be, obviously it's an oncidium. It's either a lemon heart or a flexiosum. I can't quite remember. The label is there, but it's buried in the pot somewhere. So yeah, so things are doing really well in here. This Dendrobium down here is still going really well. And, you know, I'm getting some new growths on some of these other trick-or-treats, which is great. Yeah. Oh, and this trick-or-treat down here is a cross with something else that I don't have. And my friend just gave me this one the weekend, and it is that one with Mary Renfield. So that's really good. So they all look very similar, despite what they're crossing. I mean, it's going over now. But, you know, I love them. I love these orange ones. They're really, really nice. So that little Dendrobium there is going over as well. So, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to getting this lot out into their summer home. Give them some air and some, you know, more misting and being able to water them a bit better. This mount up here seems to be doing okay. If I can... That one's doing well on there. What is that? That's a Encyclia Cerulea. Oh, I can't pronounce them, but if you can read sideways, that's what it is. And this one, you know, these are doing alright on this little mount. So these ones I seem to be doing, you know, successfully. I don't think I'm giving them enough water. I think that's probably what it is. So, yeah, that's those orchids. And there was just one other thing I wanted to show you. So, it's just that sheaf there. These are the ones I've recently repot into these baskets. I did the repotting video. And you see those gorgeous new green leaves, healthy looking leaves. And there is a sheaf. Now, I felt the sheaf and I can't feel anything in it at the moment. But that's not to say it won't come. And that's what that is. So, yeah, hoping to get, we really love that hanging basket to come into flower. So, anyway, that's all for now. So, please like or dislike, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.